who cannot spell Minotaur without me.
Me as an MI?
Yes. Real me.
Oh, that's also an ME, by the way.
Well, hey, talk about game 3, right? Dude, this is a good draft coming in from both teams. So now, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the final game in this best of 3 between Falcons against Aurora Gaming. One win brings you all the way to the knockout stage. The question is, who can do it?
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Into the land of dawn we go. It was an equalizer earlier by Team Falcons. We're into game number 3, 1-1, and it's already very, very different here for both these teams. Again, we here on the desk really like the Minotaur pick, but it is going to be, I would say, weaker in terms of just pure meta. You're going to have to play it in a certain way where you peel for Sano, and it really just looks like the composition is built for that. Why are they taking 1v1 level 1?
All right, quite low here for Cuffin. Holding on to that flicker though, so he'll be fine. He's going to go and regen, but yeah, they're going to have hard time dueling this out too, just because you don't have that motivational roar just yet from Troll. We'll see if they try to delay that a little bit further, but yeah, it's more or less going to be how this is utilized. You can do some crazy setups with a Minotaur, but I mean, look at this. The purple buff already going to be started up and stolen. Boy, trying to get there in time, but a little bit too late. Troll taking so much damage, just off on the timings here.
Yeah, it just sucks because it was not punished at all. And this is why mid prio is so it's so important, because rarely do we see that, because rarely do we see a mid lose by that much.
Exactly. It's strange because we were just talking about it. Minotaur will lose out in the early portions of the game, especially when it comes to just battling it out against a Grok, especially considering now it's a Valentina plus Minotaur against a Lunox level 1. Level 1 Lunox is one of the strongest picks because of the constant sustain you get from all of the minions bouncing back. Let's take a look at the emblems here. It doesn't look like there's anything too crazy. Yeah, it's just pretty standard all across the board.
Honestly, if this game goes 50 minutes, then the Minotaur would be doing quite well, because especially around those Lord fights, the knockups coming in from the first kill as well as the Minotaur Fury can really help out, especially if Aurora Gaming are prone to mistakes, overextending. Then yeah, this pick can really turn things around. So we just gotta wait all the way up until around, maybe the soonest is at 13.
Yep.
13 minutes, well.
Oh, good steal there.
Yeah, Cuffin will take that tech charge. First turtle of the game. Both gold leaders going to go ahead and chill. And it looks like TNC will just give this one up. He wants to take the orange buff instead. Good little delay there too. Resetting the turtle. Great choice, but they get the information too. You've got Troll going up there to handle that take, but I don't know if that's really going to help. They'll fight this turtle. They'll go ahead and secure it out. Boy, it's going to be fine. Goes in. It gets it off with the retribution. But they have to deal with this damage in the jungle as TNZ now goes, and he's fine.
Yeah, that take was so slow, by the way. The turtle take. They resetted it unintentionally, I think, the second time around. Rosa.
Oh, Rosa. Again, trying to get Troll, but Troll's going to be fine. I'm not sure if they're actually going to be able to engage into a fight here. Energy Eruption with the Appraiser's Wrath, but it's Pagu who's tanky enough.
I would say at least when we look at the goal difference, it's not that much yet. Most of it is in the jungler, but again, I think Boyet is completely fine as a Fredrin. As long as he doesn't lose by 1,005, I think it's still okay.
I don't know why Cuffin didn't use Tech Charge there, by the way. Like, it looked like there was a lot of different angles for him to go for, and a lot of good timings for him to go for the Tech Charge, and was also on the wall. Yeah. Right as Boyet chain CC'd him. In the end, the Tech Charge doesn't really get them anything, and Tienzi's still able to counter jungle really, really well. On top of the fact that, remember, early on he got the purple buff, right? So he's still steadily ahead of the Fredrin despite Turtle 1.
Yeah.
How ahead is he? He's going to be about a level ahead. Well, it's still there on the bottom. He's been doing his best to keep farming up, and you know, I don't know if the Fredrin loses another buff or so. It may not be that big of a deal in comparison to a Lancelot, but as you mentioned, you just don't want to fall too far behind. So orange is going to be up. Boyet does hit the level 7, so it doesn't seem like he's too far behind TNZ for now. But Pagu will go ahead and give that information, and they'll rotate to the next objective here once it's up at about 15.
Well, TNZ's here, and I do agree with Mirko. Cuffin holding on to that Tech Charge. It's fine for you to wait for the perfect moment, but at the same time, I don't want to hold on that all for like 6 to 7 minutes.
Oh, he's been holding it for a few minutes already.
Exactly. It's been a while, man.
So the next turtle's coming up. I hope by that time he uses it. Honestly, for this fight around buff, I'm okay if he uses it here too.
yeah, if they really want to take it away, they're trying to bait on the red tree. Red tree. Okay.
Yeah, Boyet actually takes it with a retribution. It's going to go ahead and slide on through. Tech charge, though. They're going to initiate the fight anyway, and there it is, all thrown into the mid lane. TNC trying to get away from the Blazing Duet. Patrol falls too, and now Sigiboom has the go as he picks up and does enough damage here. Picking up a couple of kills now for Aurora. They'll go for the turtle.
Sano gets the turret, but the fact that, hold on, Sigiboom taking quite a bit of damage. But yeah, Sigiboom having 2 assists there, and Aurora Gaming winning out that fight, getting this turtle. Now that's huge. But at the same time, I'm worried when they have the lead. I don't want them to win by too much.
Yeah, because if they do, then we see deja vu to game number 2. But it really depends, because game number 1, they were pretty good with the lead. So I hope we're seeing more of game 1 Aurora than game 2 Aurora. But I hope we see more of game 2 Falcons than game 1 Falcons right now. Because it really looks like for Falcons, they're trying to be proactive when they don't need to. I don't know what that move was over on purple, but because with this composition, clearly from Turtle 1 as well, Aurora are very uncomfortable dealing with the Esmeralda when they have control over Turtle.
Well, Emily Zone just trying to delay Boyet from taking this. Won't be able to get it. He's trying to get away now too, but they're going to be trapped once again. Tech charge, throwing him in the air. Boyet getting taken out. Another mistake here on this side of the Aurora Gaming's jungle.
The only possible reasoning I can see where, say, Coach Powerburn is basically saying, like, you're going to throw your body, you're going to pull TNZ away, giving some time for Cuffin as well as Sano to get some farm. Again, I don't know if it's worth it. Personally, for me, I don't think so, because your jungler is kind of important, right? You don't want him to be down in levels. But, you know, we'll see.
Again, unnecessary proactiveness, right? Like, going in to try to invade the jungle here when Aurora have a lot of members around there, it was just really, really tough. It's like, it gets really odd. I really think it's more of like that game 1 Falcons where they try to make some of those proactive moves, but it just doesn't really work out in their way.
A bit too desperate, yeah.
Yeah, because like, again, because you lose a few fights, it doesn't mean your win con is completely gone. The win con of controlling neutral objectives and playing around it is still there. And that's why, again, if you look at Turtle number 1, how Falcons were able to control it, it was because of the Esmeralda. They need to just play around the neutral objectives, let the Esmeralda do his thing, bait out resources, and then they control it. But if this is what happens, if Aurora are the ones that can react to plays or be more proactive, it's really tough.
They're going for a play on Sanji right here. He's going to burn the flicker. TNZ will go in a little bit further to do that damage with Thorn Rose, but won't be able to pick up the kill. Turtle for the taking here for Team Falcons, so no go on the pickoff on bot. They will get a tier 1 turret, but they traded out for the turtle.
Yeah, I'm not so sure if that's Rosa going thinking they can get that kill, but even so, I really don't think it was worth it. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't really think it's about the worth. It's for Aurora, again, clearly being very uncomfortable going in head-on neutral objective fight against Team Falcons. That's why Team Falcons this time, I give them props. That was a really, really good maneuver by them. Play for neutral objectives. And for Aurora, I also like it. They need to be going for trades, at least in this portion of the game, until they have some solid power spikes. But, with that being said, how are they going to deal with the Minotaur with Sigiboom on the clock again?
Sano! A big tech charge coming through, but he's got the annoying motivational roar to help him out. Could have been way worse for Sano. He did burn the flicker, though.
Yeah, but that's also showing the strength of Flash of the Oasis, man.
Yes.
Like, he should have died. But with the HP and the shielding as well, this should tell Aurora, even if you don't get caught by the big Minnow and Fury, even that motivation roar is going to cause problems. Because if you can't kill Sano, and Sano takes at least 3 of you, oh, bro, that feels bad.
Plus, he's got the healing... extra, isn't that the healing fervor? Is it fervor?
Favor, yeah, favor.
Favor. The little extra heal there, and you know that's one of the things that people don't really account for too much, just because Minotaur doesn't get picked up that often. But that big burst of heal is what is kind of it makes you miscalculate almost in the fight.
Feels unfair.
Yeah. It's very motivational.
They actually did have a dominance ice already, by the way, on the Grok, so that was through it.
Oh, there's a penalty zone. They're going to go for it this time. Sano! He doesn't have the heal enough to survive that under the turret. So Team Falcons they'll hold on to their tier 1 up top, but they lost Sano finally.
So if you fail, just try again, but punch harder.
Well, also there was no flicker on Sano, so it's already very, very difficult. So they,
But also punch harder.
sure, they're also very aware of again the battle spell, the punching harder with Lunar.
Yeah.
Add more dudes.
Yep. You punch with a heavy axe.
Hammer? Is it a hammer?
That's
Axe hammer.
Yeah,
Hamrax.
Hamrax.
I've never heard that before.
Hey,
It's definitely a two-handed weapon, though.
you learn something new every day.
That's true.
Good hold by Cuffin there on this position. Needs to go for a big tech charge, but they're going to wave up top. It's actually going to be very good for Falcon. They actually can burst it down. Sano's already on it.
Yeah, they're gonna go for this. It's at half health. Boyet will hold it there as Tienzi went for the buff. Now Sanji taking a ton of damage. Actually, burning the flicker already. A big tech charge comes through as Tienzi secures the low. Fight still breaking out. Pagu's out of the picture. Lunar and Tienzi are next. Team Falcons able to pick up a triple kill for Sano after Lord was taken. So Team Falcons wins the fight. They lose the objective.
Great steal by Aurora. I hope we get a replay of that because, I don't know, my eyes deceive me, but...
What?
Doesn't get away. Rosa comes in with a cleanup, looking for Cuffin as well. Pops the brilliance to survive the last shot from the turret.
All right, Sigaboo definitely made up for, I would say, the mistake around Lord, dude, because he blazing duet on just the Esmeralda, if I'm not mistaken, on the Lord there. He couldn't get the angle on the rest of the team because he put the BMI backwards. But he could have just flickered in as well. I think, again, like he was trying to wait for Troll to use him in his fury, and he did, but he just didn't go all in the end. Maybe a little bit of jitters from previous game where he actually went in a bit too deep, right? The second time around.
At the same time, I'm not so sure if Team Falcons really should go fight for that one because look at the items here. Sanji does not have a Dominance Ice or a Chastise Pauldron. So I feel like him frontlining Seekaboom is not that great of an idea. And Cuffin, even though he does have that glowing wand, I'm not so sure if he was able to hit him first to deny that healing. I can see the idea of killing Siggy Boom there, but I feel like the execution can definitely be much better.
Yeah. Hold on now, Sigaboo. He's going towards the melting gun. Queen's Wings, I believe, is next for Boyet there, right as he goes for the Dreadnought Armor, Brute Force. It's next on the block for him. Nothing's crazy on the other side, though. Everything else is quite standard. It's just Aurora now really utilizing these waves to try to crack those turrets open with the Lord. It's just unfortunate that they lost so many members because of the peel coming in from Troll.
Yeah, much slower game in this game 3. I mean, much lower kills too, just because of the nature of these compositions. And so it's what we're going to see from now on is really just kind of playing into the lore takes as they fight for that space and the objectives. And, you know, one of the advantages that they can go for is at least taking down some of these turrets. And that's why you see TNC up there.
What?
Oh, Siggy Boom!
Oh my
Goodness, Siggy Boom again getting caught.
You know what? That was on Boyet. Boyet was so good on that Fredrin.
Yeah, but like
he baited and taunted. He taunted twice.
He done it twice. He used the retribution, but it's like, man, Siggy Boom didn't really necessarily have to be there. Plus, he still has a flicker.
No, he was taunted, not with the skill. You know, just like
Taunted by him.
Exactly. So it's like I gotta go in. See, it's not just micro mechanics. It's psychological as well.
Yeah, definitely psychological there. That was a psycho move by Siggy Boom walking up like that.
Sure.
It was like, yeah.
I'm trying to protect him here, all right?
Okay, I just want to give props to all you analysts. You guys have like, really, you guys are very patient.
Oh, you have to be. You have to be. We're professionals, no?
I just want to say,
IQ and the EQ.
I never want to analyze ever again. This is the last time.
This is the last night.
Yeah.
Well, Lord's up.
Table host. Analyst is fun.
We'll see if this team fight's going to be fun or not. Pagu in position here for a potential
This is dangerous.
charge on forward. It's already in a corner of the health. They're going to go for it. Big tech charge control. Gets the Lord anyway. But they're still going to fall. Lunar goes down. Sano unleashing on Pagu next as he gets a double. What happened to Aurora Gaming in that fight?
Gentlemen, let me just say, this might be the first time Meta goes all the way to the knockout stage. They're catching Aurora Gaming here. And I love the Minotaur, man. 15 minutes, that's where he shines.
Give the MVP to Troll already. I think that's going to be the votes coming in. And it might actually go all the way. Siggy Boom, can he make up for the mistakes?
Well, we'll see. Mid turret's already be knocking down Team Falcons. Flying around outside of the base of Aurora Gaming. They still have a Lord to march with them. Wanting to take out these tier 2 turrets, still top and bottom. They wait to push in a little bit further, but it will be the full force of Aurora Gaming up on the defense.
I gotta say, no matter who the MVP is, I gotta shout out to Cuffin as well. He's playing this Valentina quite well. 0-0 and 7. Like, all the heroes that he's been using is actually quite good. Cuffin really stepped up since the last time he was in the M series.
Yep. It's been phenomenal. Cuffin, really, really good stuff on the board. They're able to get the base turret in the mid lane, but that's about it. No far lane base turrets here. So Aurora are actually still in it. And now the question is, how do they play around the Minion's Fury? Because that ability is just so disgusting when Team Falcons are the ones holding on to the Lord, right? Because for Aurora, they're forced to react to it. They're forced to go in, but when they do, they get knocked up 3 times. Troll, really solid on those resets.
Plus Cuffin's tech charge.
And the thing is,
charge.
The thing is, as Minotaur, you will use your Minion Rage early if you're threatened. But honestly, this lineup is not that threatening to Minotaur because with the new passive, the more you get poked, the more you heal back up. So you can't even poke him out, you gotta all in. But I don't know about the all-in damage that they really have against this Minotaur, especially because he does have that chastised pauldron. If he drops down, he's gonna get back up.
Right now, Aurora needs to get Winter Crowns on the board. That's the only way to deal with the Minion's Fury knocking you up, plus the carry getting those free hits, right? Because if you don't have the Winter Crown, you're just there, constantly getting hit while you're in the air, unable to do anything. At least this time, Siggy Boom's going for Winter Crown, man. Oh, thank you.
Picked it up this time.
Okay, I want to be analyst again.
Yeah, here the analyst. You know, that's why our jobs is important.
Yeah. If it was with nature, you guys are casting duo.
I'm okay with casting with nice. He's a nice guy.
He's a nice Sue guy. Get it?
I think even with
and an ooh.
Even with a Winter Crown, though, man. Like, I'm glad he picked it up, too, but that last team fight, it's still a matter of them getting that favor. Because they're fighting around the Lord Pit like that, knowing you got a Minotaur across from you, plus your own kind of tech charge used against you. Sano's had all the space in the world to work with, you know? They really haven't been able to get to Sano easily except that one time. And that seems to be the problem with Aurora Gaming. For this Lord, Team Falcons, look at them. They know their advantage. They'll go ahead and start this Lord up. Aurora Gaming popping the conceal. Siggy Boom and Rosa staying on the back foot here. Half health on that Lord already. Lunar might be the one to set things up too with that penalty zone if he can get it, but it looks like it's just going to go for a reset.
Yeah, wave is good for Aurora Gaming actually. We were able to set it up earlier, I believe, with Tianzi in the bottom lane. Pagu.
Pagu. Okay, boy, it's going to take quite a few shots from Siggy Boom here, so they're going to have to go for a reset again as he heals back up. Still trying to decide who's going to initiate this fight. Neither team wants it yet.
Yeah. Again, you gotta take care of Troll, but Troll actually is positioning as a support more than a tank. He's able to maintain his HP quite well.
Oh, there could go. Huge tech charge comes through, and it breaks on in. They're thrown in the air by Cuffin and the Troll, but they're already falling apart. Troll's going to be next. Aurora Gaming comes in with a team fight that they wanted, and they secured the Lord with everyone still alive.
I don't know if I cursed it, but dude, that needs an instant replay. Everything happened so fast. I was like, wait, what happened?
Yeah, Aurora identified the problem as well. They've just not been able to go in because they've been staggered a lot. And by the time Team Falcons go in for those CC lockdowns, it's too big.
This is so tough to deal with. You don't have much clear at all. Lunar's going to jump in. They're trying to delay this Lord as Cuffin is blasted by Siggy Boom, and that'll be another that falls. Aurora Gaming might have struggled, but they made it happen anyway. They'll move on to the knockout stage.
Congratulations to Aurora. Falcon almost did it. But again, this is the game where one mistake, especially around those neutral objectives, can really turn things around. But again, congratulations to Aurora. But being professional here, I feel like they still have a few things they need to work on to survive the knockout.